What would you make? Wood. What would you make? Wood. What? What would you make? Wood. More wood. I need more wood. 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 Wooden door. Wood. Not wood. Wood.
I need to edit.
Wood.
You are a woodhead.
Wood. You like to edit?
Can I have my camera back now? Alright everyone, so what would you make? Collaboration hosted by Rustic and Lace DIY and Divine Designs, and our guest host this month is Happy Tuesday. Let's have some fun, guys. Crafting with wood. Project number 1. So I got this wooden sign. I'm not really going to do anything with that side, to be honest with you. I'm going to paint this other side here. I can eventually go and sand off that other side if I wanted to do a double siding, which I might do eventually. But we are going to go in with some Fire Starter by DIY Paint, and we're going to give this one good coat. I wanted it a little bit darker, kind of like more of a moody, darker texture, so I went in with a little bit of, like, I think it was like hazelnut or something, and just gave it a little bit of a brown texture. And I'm going to take my stencils here, and I'm going to, I was going to say pencil, but technically this is a pen, and I'm just going to basically pen on Happy up here at the very top. I do start going over it with a black Sharpie marker. I wasn't liking the coverage really, so I do end up switching that out. I was having a hard time getting it to glide, first of all. So I decided I was going to take some paint, and I actually went over it with my paint that has the gold specks in it. I always want to call it like the tarnished pearl. I don't know. I never remember the name of this stuff, but I really like it. It really has that moody texture to it. I don't know what happened to my footage of me penciling on the fall, but I did end up going in and doing fall on this too. To be completely honest with you guys, I really do hate my handwriting, but it is what it is. I do grab a couple of wood rounds. This one has got a really thicker texture. It's kind of almost like the real wood round feel, like you actually went out and cut it in your own, that didn't get sanded and treated and all that stuff. I think I got these from like a thrift store or something. I'm not even quite sure where these came from. But this one I painted with Harvest Orange by just the apple barrel. And I'm just going to glue this down with a little stem. It's going to be our little pumpkin. I was actually having problems with this stem, so bear with me here. You're going to see me having glue all over my hands and everything. I am using my Titebond Quick and Thick because I want this to last. I want this to have good the only thing I don't do is that little spot right there, but that's actually going to get covered up here in a little while anyway. So this wood round I believe I got from Amazon. These came in a pack. We're going to move that sign out of the way there for a second, and we're going to concentrate on this one here. So after I glue that little thing in the back, just to give it a little bit of support after we're going to glue it down to our pumpkin later, I gave it a coat of black paint, and we're going to now go over it with some antique white, I believe I used. And we're just gonna give it a couple of little, I don't know if you want to say hills or kind of whatever. We're gonna make eyes basically, but it's kind of like a little hills, connected hills. You want to quote that, I guess. And then we're gonna basically go inside each one of those with I'm using that tarnished pearl color again, and then I kind of just will fill in a little bit more because I kind of want them to be touching, kind of fill in a little bit more, just kind of how you like them. I'm just kind of playing around with this, guys. I didn't look these up online or nothing like that. This one here, I'm just making a little triangle underneath his eyes for his little beak. We're gonna make a little crow, and he's gonna kind of be sitting on our little pumpkin. And we're gonna make sure it's all nice and dry, because now we're gonna have to put little dots in his little eyes for his irises. I do kind of go around, make sure that everything was covered really nicely with the white. After I got the black all covered and everything, so. And now we're gonna go with a ribbon here. This is kind of like a burlap ribbon. And I'm just gonna wrap a little bit on the top, and then we're gonna cut the excess off. We're gonna glue here in front, because we ain't gonna see that. It's gonna double over, so. I do use hot glue on this too, I guess, but the wood glue would have been kind of messy. But we're gonna actually kind of scrunch that together on top, and then we're going to grab a piece of jute twine, and we're just going to sandwich that together and pull tight. And I would kind of spread out the little spots a little bit later here after I get this tied, and we're going to kind of tie it in a little bow. And there he is, guys. There's our little crow. And he's going to kind of just sit on that little pumpkin there. Now, I do go in with a mixture on this one because I wanted to make sure that he ain't going to fall off as we're waiting for the the wood glue to hold him, so. And there he is. I wasn't going to go there, but after I had these done, I decided I wanted to add a couple of fall leaves to this as well. So we are going to add a couple of these leaves that you can get from Dollar Tree in like the little packs. And I'm just going to glue a couple of them on here. I could have painted them before I put them on the board, but I didn't. So we are going in with like a brown red. It's kind of like a burgundy, a dark burgundy color, which is kind of my jam. I like the deep, dark colors. This is kind of like a goldenrod color too. So this one's going to be a little bit deeper. It's not the bright yellows. And there you guys have it. So this one's project 2 and 3, guys. This is something that I pulled actually from an older video. So if you've been on my channel for a while, you've probably seen this before. But I figured I would pull something. That's the only project I had time to get creative done. I had a couple of whatnot videos done for this last week, and I just didn't have time. But we pulled out my Cricut on this day, and I actually did really like these two wooden pumpkins. And do believe I still have them in my my crafting, or my, excuse me, my spit it out, Tiffany, my decorations for the fall. So this one, so as I'm weeding, I did leave a little bit of this weeding in because I know there's some people out there that just love the weeding. I think I put this, you are the pumpkin to my spice, which I love the saying on that. That's cute as heck. The second one is actually my favorite because that is me to a T, but so I'm basically just, this is kind of a gold color, which I kind of thought was really going to fit this pumpkin color too. The pumpkin color is actually pumpkin as well by Waverly, which I don't typically use too much anymore. If I ain't using acrylic paints, I'm using DIY paints, which I have nothing against Waverly, but I've kind of gotten out of Waverly. But here I'm going in with some antique wax and going over the spots there and kind of giving it a little bit of detailing, and then I'm gonna basically do a Mod Podge cover over all of it. And then this is our second pumpkin. I decided to do white on this one. And then our saying on this one is, the only thing getting lit this weekend is my fall candles, or fall scented candles, or whatever it is. I love the saying. I thought it was so cute, but I'm kind of doing a yellow vinyl on this one. I'm just rubbing it down. Now this one I did the kind of outlining of the pumpkin ribs on this one and the stem before I laid it down. I don't know if that worked any better because I don't remember. But I'm also going to give this a good coat of Mod Podge. And now we're at the final reveal, guys. It went really quick, but I really like the outcome of all these, and I hope you guys do too. I think it'd be a really cute little sitter outside during the fall time. It's kind of short, but we don't need a big statement. And then my little fall pumpkins. You are the pumpkin to my spice. And nothing's getting lit this weekend but my fall candles. God bless you all, and make sure you guys go check everybody out over at the playlist. Bye!